In this video, we are going to learn how to add a discussion board to one of your Edline classes. To start, you'll want to log into Edline, and then you'll want to go to the class that you want to add the discussion board to. If you want to add it to multiple classes, you will be able to do that once you get in the setup view. So there's a couple of options. You can go to edit this page. And over in contents, you can do it in the list view. You can add an item to this box. And then you can also add it to a pre-created folder. Same way in list view or add an item. So if we click add an item, then you can click discussion. And then you'll want to title it. You may want to add a date if you're going to have a series of discussions that would have a very similar topic. So maybe just adding discussion and the date would be plenty. You can add a summary of the discussion here. All of the same items that you see when you're posting anything into Edline. This add content would be where you would add the discussion prompt. And one really nice thing about these discussion prompts, let's say that you wanted your students to watch a video and then respond to the video. You can actually upload media right in here. You are also able to hyperlink to an outside source. So some really cool things. HTML, you'd be able to embed the video right into the prompt here depending on where the video came from. Another cool feature, if the students need to read a journal article that you have in a PDF form or respond to some other file that you want the students to have first, you can upload the file right here underneath the description here. You'll just click choose file and you can find the file on your computer and upload that right here so the students have it all in one place. Multiple posting, this is where you can choose multiple classes to add the discussion post to. And in comment type, you'll want to pay attention to this. If you want every post to include the student's name, so it'll just do it automatically, the student doesn't have to put their name, you want to make sure this do not allow anonymous comments box is checked. However, depending on the discussion prompt, maybe you want students to be able to speak freely, and so you want them to be able to post anonymously. Then you would need to check this allow anonymous comments box. I think for most instances, you don't want the comments to be anonymous. Then you also have the option for any comment that gets posted to the board, you can request to approve it. So for instance, unless you've said okay, nothing would be displayed. However, this could be pretty time consuming, and if you truly want this to be a discussion thread, I would recommend unchecking this box so that comments will be posted. As long as you've gone over some guidelines with students ahead of time, they know what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, language, degrading others for their beliefs or what they've said, those sorts of things, I think you should be okay here. Then you can save and return. And then your discussion would show up here. If you did it in the list view, we'll actually go back to our main page here because with Edline being a little touchy sometimes, when you're within a folder, within this contents area, it won't allow you to add certain features, and sometimes the discussion board is one of them. If for some reason it is giving you trouble, you can go back to this main class page to the contents area and go to the list view. And as long as you have the folder in here already, we'll be able to move the discussion. So you want to go to the drop down, choose discussion, and then click add. And then again, you create your discussion this way. Fill out all of the necessary information. choose your classes. Don't want to have to approve. Save and return. Then, and you can do this with any item. So remember, this would show up on the main course page with the list of everything else. So you don't want to jumble that up. It could get too confusing for students. So you'll want to select the item or the discussion board that you want to move. Once it's checked, you go down here to move. And you'll go to the class in the folder. Once that folder is highlighted, you can say move selected items. And say OK. Then we'll go done. And now you see it doesn't show up here on the main page for your students. We can open up that folder just to double check, and there it is, shows up for us.